Speaking of common ground, I did spend some time this weekend watching film on the Alabama Crimson Tide.
It's a good ball club.
That's a strong ball club.
Some tough bitches down there.
Some tough boys down there. All right. Here's what I'll say about Alabama. When it was first announced, myself, knowing from my past traumas of dealing with Alabama, when Alabama was a dynasty, when they were real, I was like, damn, like, I hope that doesn't happen again.
Here we go.
I've watched the film of USF. I've watched some of these games. Let me tell you right now, if you're a Michigan fan watching the show, we've got nothing to worry about. Michigan, top to bottom, is a better ball club. They're better coached. They're better put together. They're tougher.
Ooh.
They're stronger. And we're running 34 dive right up that ass, brother, at the Rose Bowl, which is home, baby.
What makes you say better coached?
If you look at statistically how we do in the third quarter, I think there's been 3 points scored on us in the third quarter of the entire season. We've outscored our opponents, I think, over 150 points to 3 in the third quarter. What does that tell me? That tells me when you go into halftime, and halftime's a lot longer in college, and you make the halftime adjustments, that is a sign of a great coach squad. When you watch tape of these teams and you see the DBs get lucky with a swipe when they're trying to break up a pass, as opposed to Michigan putting their hand through, stabbing through the pocket of the receiver, the vice tackles, the angles at both hips. We're looking good. Y'all got athletes. We're tougher, we're stronger, and we're just built different up north. I will say that I think Michigan might actually win this game by double digits. What'd you say, Mitch? I've already bet on the national championship. I did that last time.
Before the game now.
I'm talking about.
I have no money in my account right now. And I'll be honest with you guys, things have been tough lately. Okay, you guys see how I'm doing on slips and picks. All right.
Yeah, it was a good weekend for your boy. 9-4 going in Monday night.
That's it. You don't want to talk about Michigan, Alabama?
I
know where you stand. You're Roll Tide all the way.
I mean, I'm not Roll Tide all the way. Yes, I want you guys to fail. That is very public information. Yeah. I just
makes
think
us stronger.
Saying that we're better coached, we're talking about Nick Saban here.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about Jim Harbaugh, both elite coaches, but we're talking about you don't think Alabama, like the film you watch is UCF, USF?
If this is the 10s, if this is 2010s,
if
this is the 2010s, that's a well-coached football team. Now I think Nick Saban's getting a little older. He's getting a little more complacent. He's not devils in the details.
He's wiser. Like, look, you look at the Georgia game.
I love Nick Saban. I think he's a stud. I think he's awesome. I think Jim Harbaugh and his squad, his assistant coaches are coaching better technique out there right now.
If you look at the opening of the Georgia game, Georgia put it up their ass in the first drive to where it was like, okay, maybe Georgia's going to handle business here. But the adapting, the making the adjustments, the keeping your poise and coming out and rolling out a few unanswered scores against Georgia, and Georgia didn't score again until the fourth quarter, maybe. I mean, this is these boys will be ready to play. Alabama will be ready to play, and the win by double digits. There's no chance, man. I mean, there's a chance,
you go ahead and finish that sentence right there, brother. We're good now. We're good. Go and clip this, Dave Abloff. Go and clip this. Send it to the boys. You're right.
So you're essentially trying to rewrite the fear that you had from when you first saw the video.
I've been clear about the situation the whole time. I said it last week.
I don't think you have been clear. I think it's been fuzzy.
I have. I said at first I had a moment because of my own past trauma is dealing with Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Derrick Henry's ass every single fucking week. In 2017, 2016, every year they're talking shit. Alabama's the best, this, that, and the other. I get a little nervous, but I go watch the film, and I said last week there's going to become a time where I become confident. I start to understand that Michigan's built different. We've been in the playoffs 2 years in a row, hasn't gone our way. What's the old phrase? Third time's the charm. We're running shit this year. We're running it. We're winning the national championship. Go ahead.
I was going to say you got the moment, but then you also continued to double down by saying Mike Tyson, fear is healthy, fear is this. You ran with that for weeks. So I am saying you're course correcting right now, saying now you're as confident as ever. There's no need to fear the Crimson Tide.
I think we're in a good place right now. Michigan Wolverines are in a great place, and we're going to win the national championship.
Okay.
And nothing's going to make me happier than after G and I fly back. Yeah, I don't know if G's gonna make it back or whatever. You probably won't even talk to me.
You
Tijuana.
You and G, it gets a little dicey when you guys
but
talk Bama, Michigan.
I think we can figure out
feels
who
a little
gets
personal.
a little more.
Feels a little.
I haven't gotten personal with G at all.
Are you guys gonna bet on it?
No.
You want to bet on it, G?
Do you want to do it now or do you want to wait till closer?
Well, if you have an idea of something, I'm
ideas.
fielding calls.
Yeah, we should definitely
I don't have an idea.
take suggestions.
All right.
Loser gets a tattoo of the team's logo.
Oh my goodness!
You guys are
That
tattoo
would be
guys.
so wild.
Yeah, I'm
In color?
confident. I'll do that.
I didn't.
Property of Alabama 2023.
I will say I'm not getting that tattoo.
Someone's a little more scared than me.
You would do property of Alabama logo
I would get-
2023.
I would get some sort of Alabama logo if Michigan lost.
I'm asking that one specifically.
Property
I
of?
think that's a fun one.
I think risking that ever is a bad look. You don't want to do that.
You
now.
don't.
Property
You
of.
do not want to do that. I will say, yeah, I get a Alabama A somewhere in my body, but they're not going to lose. I'm super
On the
confident.
bottom of your foot.
Okay.
You're saying
Not
what?
really.
Property of the Crimson Tide.
Property of Nick Saban.
Ooh. Loser has to get the coach tattoo.
Why don't you just get the 19?
19 for what?
The amount of national championships we'll have after this year.
Oh shit!
I'll get 19.
That's way
You
too
get-
easy.
You get Michigan is my daddy.
Don't do that, Garrett.
Well, no, that would never.
Bad. It was a great.
Oh, so you don't want to do a tattoo? It sounds like I'm on board for the idea of a tattoo, but you're not into it.
Well, hey, we'll weigh suggestions here. This
Yeah,
can.
I mean,
it's
Go
not
and
like
think
has
about
to
it. We'll be on the
figured
show
out right
for
now.
a while.
Yeah, drop the comments.
I will say that I will say I could sense the fear in G because I did something last week with a dap up, and I swooped him. I hit him with the high school gotcha bitch, and you got real sensitive on that, right?
I did.
Probably overreacted.
Yeah, I would like to just say that I can't stoop down to such a childish level when you do that stuff.
Mhm.
So I got to be the bigger guy.
Right. So getting real mad is the less childish way to do that.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Just
Playing
making
with
sure
my ring, so I
you're-
don't feel awkward.
making sure you're in a good place.
And I'm just glad you feel a little more comfortable this week after your daddy Dave.
I had to go watch.
like,
I had to
gave
go
you a
watch the
pep
film.
talk. Yeah. You and Dave had to
Daddy
talk.
Dave, listen, Dave's out here acting like we haven't you got to look at history. You got to look at the last 2 years of the playoffs and understand like, yeah, this is the next boss for Michigan to defeat. They
You
haven't
wanna
done
look
that.
at history.
We all knew Michigan was going to win the Big Ten, did we not? Yes, we did. You want him to
Please don't
lose.
look at me. I don't want to be brought.
We
into
all
this.
knew, Mitch. You knew. You knew going to Ohio State. Michigan's probably going to win this game. And they're probably going to win the Big Ten championship. This is a new boss. That's all right. Dave acting like Dave. That's fine. Dave can do his thing. I like to sit where I'm at. I enjoy where I was. I think fear is healthy. I've moved on. I've watched the film, and now I'm more comfortable than ever that Michigan's going to beat Alabama's ass.